From WBAL TV 11, this is breaking news.
At 7:56 right now, we continue to follow breaking news this morning on the passing of U.S. House of Representative Congressman Elijah Cummings.
We've been talking about this all morning long, and joining us this morning is U.S. Senator Ben Cardin from Maryland. And I'm sorry for your loss, because this is somebody who really was a partner of yours for many years.
Well, it's a personal loss. Elijah and I shared the same high school with Jason, Baltimore City College High School, the same law school, University of Maryland. We served in the Maryland General Assembly together. We served in Congress together. But this is a loss for our country. Elijah Cummings was a powerful voice for social justice. He was a leader nationally and the most effective congressman representing his own congressional district, what he did for Baltimore. So this is a great loss, and it's going to be hard to fill this void.
And we've been talking, he has been quite ill for some time. People didn't realize how badly he was feeling because he didn't want to show it, and he still wanted to continue to work.
You're exactly right. He's very sick. He was very sick. But it didn't stop him at all. Until his last breath, he was still carrying out his constitutional responsibilities as chairman of a very important committee in Congress. He didn't lose a beat. Even though he had these physical ailments, he did not lose a beat. And knew that what he was doing was critically important to our country. What a model for inspiration for all of us. And he showed he overcame so many obstacles in his own life to achieve the powerful position that he did. So it really is an inspiration for all of us that we all now need to step up and do more to help our community.
He never really forgot about home. I mean, you look on the street in Baltimore, it wouldn't be unusual to see him, or his office across the Meyerhoff. He was in that office helping the people of Baltimore, and that wasn't rare to see.
Yeah, he never lost touch with the people. He was there every night. He came back to the community that he lived in Baltimore. You could see him at a school, you could see him at church, you could see him in a community event. He was one of the people. He always felt most comfortable with the people in his own community, and that's a real testament to him. He never really got caught up in the position he held, even though he knew that gave him power to get things done. He always knew his roots were with his people.
Talk about his passion a little bit. He had that voice and cadence that you sort of sat up straight and leaned in and listened a little bit, because he got your attention. He really commanded that attention too.
No question, he had a passion for it. He understood that we had to achieve more justice in this country. And when he saw people who could not achieve what God had given them because of the obstacles in our community, he couldn't be quiet. He had that passion, and he had an incredible voice that could motivate for change. He also knew how to get along with people, even people who disagreed with him, so he could get things done. He was very effective in carrying out the agenda. So he really had the whole package. And he follows in the 7th Congressional District. We know we had Parent J. Mitchell, we had Kweisi Mfume. We've had some great national leaders. Elijah's going to be missed by our community, and he's going to be missed by so many people in this country.
Speaking of that, he leaves a void in Congress. So how do you fill that void? What happens next?
Well, we can't fill the void. Elijah is going to be terribly missed. We all need to step up and do more. So it really puts, I think, it requires us to say we believe in his legacy. We have to try to carry it out. We need to do more on social justice. We all need to up our game and do what we can to help fill the missing shoes of Elijah Cummings.
All right. Senator Ben Cardin, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you so much. I know you're so busy today. We really appreciate you giving your thoughts today.
We'll be back with more as we continue to remember the life of Congressman Elijah Cummings.